Taunt. This item I haven't really used too much since it was introduced back in the Boss Rush update, but it does seem interesting. So enemies take 75% more damage, but I think they also attack much quicker. They have like a much less cooldown in between attacks. So my idea when I saw this weapon at first was, well, why don't I just use, you know, corrupted power? It's pretty much the same thing. You take extra damage, or, well, you have a good chance of taking extra damage if you get hit, and then you just deal more damage. However, this doesn't have any cooldown at all, so you can just keep spamming it forever, and it's also a little bit more, you know, specialized. You don't have to use it against every enemy on screen, or, well, every enemy that you're going to encounter, period. You can just use it against single enemies, and it is even larger than what you get out of using Corrupted Power. Corrupted Power is a 50% damage increase. This is a 75%. So, I don't know. Maybe it'll work well. It's just, yeah, trying to use this against bosses does seem like it's a pretty risky sort of proposition. Here, let's see what I'm talking about with the... And I think that is faster than an Inquisitor normally would attack. Like, yeah, using it against bosses is going to be tricky, but could also be extremely powerful. I mean, I guess the big thing, though, is that this is going to kind of mess with the timings of enemies, because usually I am used to enemies attacking, you know, in a very particular way over the 2,000 hours that I've played the game and all that. So messing with that at all is tricky. I mean, I guess, you know, ultimately, I'm guessing that the idea behind this weapon was, hey, you know, we had enemies moving faster and everything with the one of the versions of Malaise, and they got rid of that. But, you know, the code was still there, so let's just reuse it for this thing. Reuse it for Taunt. Finally, if you decide to... Yeah, if you decide to make an MMO version of Dead Cells, you can have something there for your tank classes, which I guess would be survival classes, right? I don't know. I wonder how many times in real life anybody has ever said, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to constantly throw insults at people, and then, you know, you can just hit them in the back over and over until, you know, we win. I'll just take all the damage. It's totally fine. All right. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was faster than normal. That said, the same basic idea of just, you know, right before... you know what? I'll take that. Right before the yell finishes there, you just stick up the shield, and thankfully the timing on the shield parry is still generous enough that it's not too bad. Still, though, do feel like this... Yeah, I'm hoping that this is going to be a decent run, but we'll see. Hey, also, it gives me a good opportunity to start talking about Monkey Island for what might be an endless amount of time, so hey, there's that too. And yeah, since the legendary version also taunts every enemy in sight, might be worth trying to pursue that as well. Potentially. Okay, that actually got both of these two right here. It's a good thing that I just got the turkey. Well, anyway. Oh, hey, I already got like another version of Taunt right here too. I don't really think that there's any difference between a level 1 version of Taunt and a level, you know, what, 14 I think is about the highest you can get. So I might as well just change out if I get anything of interest on this. I mean, after all, there's only so many affixes that you can get on this item that would actually be effective. So I don't know. I'll just see what I find here. In the meantime, not really planning to be going for Dracula on this run, being this is not really a Castlevania weapon. No, I think I'm going to go try to fight the Queen and just have a great time, I'm guessing. But yeah, let's go for death. First foe. Hope that I don't get entirely embarrassed doing this, and then kind of see where I go from there. It's been a little... Oh, man, early morning. It's been a little while since I've actually fought death, so, you know, maybe there's something here. It's kind of hard to say. Minus 25% damage seems like a good idea with the way that this thing works. And, you know, anything that gives me, I don't know, Nah. Anything that gives me, I don't know, a bleed synergy is also going to be very useful, too. I'm just curious. Yeah, nothing. Okay, well, I mean, hey, it seems like a good idea. You know, there is also... what is it? Which one? Scheme. Here we go. This, you know, I can just spam this, but a flat 264 damage is really not that much for, you know, a single hit. If I was going for a very slow weapon, that might be good. But yeah, there's only going to be so many times that I actually get use out of that. There's, of course, you know, similar sort of things. I mean, the cooldown reduction is not going to be all that useful. I don't know. I'm thinking that I should probably just go with how about adrenaline? It's like if I'm going to be attacked a lot, maybe I can get some good use out of that. I haven't really been using adrenaline too much since they changed it up to being significantly less healing than when it was first introduced. Because you were able to do a lot of healing back with the Scythe Claws back in the day. Not so much anymore. But hey, I suppose probably any healing at all is going to be useful with this type of thing, right? I mean, Taunt definitely does seem... Like I said, the Legendary version does hit all enemies in sight. So, maybe? But then again... the major use of this weapon, I am thinking, is probably going to be for trying to, you know, deal damage to bosses. I'm thinking largely bosses are what I'm going to be focusing on. You know, as my voice continues to crack constantly. What is up with that? I know I just recorded like a ton of Satisfactory yesterday, but I didn't really think I strained my voice that much. Sounds like, you know, going through puberty again here. Anyway, Bone, still a great weapon. The spinning attack and everything does a lot of damage. And, you know, overall, it's just a nice, fast weapon for... Yeah, that was bad. Well, you can see how much... take that. Well, will I take that? Like I said, I kind of wanted to... Yeah. the faster hits are starting to stack up here now, aren't they? Nah. I'll keep Sinew Slicer, I think. Right. Okay. Yeah, Monkey Island, though. Great game. Insult, sword fighting, and all that sort of stuff. It really is. It really, you know, is classic of the point-and-click adventure genre for good reason. No, but anyway, okay. So, yeah, healing seems useful. I mean, hey, the other thing is that despite being kind of frozen myself a little bit here, it also does freeze his enemies when they first get taunted, so it's not too bad. Bosses, like I said, I think are going to be the major issue coming up when doing this sort of thing. Great. It's for just a couple extra cells, which I don't even need. Ah. Well, hey, one of the things with not using like a main hand weapon, though, is that I can maybe get a lifesteal weapon going on here, which would be useful. I mean, often a lot of the weapons that I'm using recently kind of prevent that due to the whole deal with can only have, like, you know, one of each weapon if you're not using the legendary version of it, right? Okay, that'll do. Just gotta make sure that you blitz down enemies before they're even able to attack. This is why I want to go after. This is why I want to go fight the queen, because I just think extra speed on the queen would be very funny. True boss rush in that sense. Well, in the sense that I'm going to be rushing to my death, but it'll be worth it. Okay, get a little bit of extra healing from adrenaline, and that looks good. Now then. Hey, what do we got? Anything else of interest? Like, I don't even know what I'd want. There's no real good synergy. Since it's a flat, I mean, it's not like a flat damage increase. It's a percentage damage increase. So faster weapons and whatnot are not going to be working especially well against enemies or anything like that. No, you might as well just go get the... you know... most powerful weapon that you can and just kind of go from there. If I could go grab like Giant Killer, I wouldn't be opposed to that. But of course, like I said, major thing I'm looking for right now is lifesteal, because I can just kind of switch out there, stop taunting enemies for a couple seconds, and, you know, just have a better time with how things are going. I mean, not that I'm getting hit a whole lot right now, but that's just, that doesn't really matter, because this is 5-cell mode Dead Cells, baby. You get hit even once from pretty much anything, you're going to be taking a lot of damage. Observe the recent... Right, they don't understand slopes too well in Dead Cells land. Alright, I was gonna bonk him on the head a few times here. Fine. Okay, okay. Dancer might not be one to try and taunt here, just a feeling. Because they're already very annoying enemies to deal with on the regular. Trying to deal with that any more than usual is probably not a great idea. But as it is, I think I'm doing okay so far. Trying to get the taunt out here, but it's like too many enemies attacking me at once. Okay. And this would be a point where 75% extra damage pretty much at all points in time, I feel like is gonna be pretty good. Well, at all points in time, and you can really choose it because there is no cooldown or anything on this item. Come on now. Okay, well, at this point in time, though, I might just, yeah, you know what? Let's play it safe. Not try and do much of a. This is not really the time to be doing a lot of risky plays, right? What do you got? Well, that is flashing fans is sort of what I was looking for, right? If only I waited 5 more seconds to be able to get back all of my health. And it's also been a while since I've used flashing fans, too. See, the blood is not actually representative of the... Blood is not actually representative of the lifesteal. It's just saying that you will get a paper cut using this. Anyway, continuing on. 2 times damage. But 2 times damage, I mean, come on. That's not that much. You'd take all of your health and damage anyway. This is kind of the major way that I end up doing a lot of healing these days, after all. Okay. Should have seen that coming. Well, I can rally up most of the stuff then, and then also, you know, kill enemies pretty quick, too. This did come from the boss rush update, so clearly they did plan for this to be a weapon to use against bosses, right? I mean, that's what you would, that's just the natural way to use it, right? This is a great idea. All right, and there's just cells up there, which, you know, I have my doubts that I'm going to be getting, let's say the legendary, or not the legendary, the flawless version of the Servant's outfit today. Maybe, though. I'm not going to say, oh, yeah, this is... Okay, take him out, take him out. The taunting you is maybe a bad idea. Only maybe. I'm not gonna say one way or the other. Stop that. Stop that, you two. Already down all of my health here, which is, to be fair, to be expected, but still. It's like, yeah, like I said, when enemies are not doing their usual pattern, I have that much harder of a time. You know? Oh, I did see that coming. Okay, there we go. Just get the fall damage to take care of them. There's a little bit of knockback with this weapon after all. It's not like a lot. Obviously, it's not really the main gimmick of using this, but still. Oh, hey, it's you, one of the Castlevania-specific enemies. I didn't know that was in the spawn pool for 5-cell mode. Or maybe it's not. Maybe they just kind of like walked up here from a different area. Anyway. Okay, fine. If you're gonna do that, then into the spike pit you go. Oh, great. It's a box elite, too. I don't think I'm gonna be taunting this one. Just a feeling. Oh, yeah. Nope, I taunted them anyway. For fun. Okay, well, I survived. Truly, I think that is a testament of will. Come on, let me get my health back here at the very least. Okay. Well, you know, hey, combining lifesteal with adrenaline is probably going to be useful anyway. Nope. No, don't hit me with the bones. I know those bones really hurt. There we go. Man, I don't know. Ugh. I feel like I'm not playing particularly good, but I also know that this is a sort of run where we're showing, like, hey, what it looks like when I don't have, you know, complete mastery over every single pattern of the enemies. Only just semi-mastery is really going to come into play, right? I only know mostly how they work, not entirely. Flashing fans, of course. Good hard counter. Ah! Also, what do you got here? I saw you earlier, but would very much like extra health right now, too. Okay, let's take out you first. No. And thankfully, the skeletons don't know how to hit things in front of them. So that only works out in my favor. All right. Well, can't say I'm succeeding super well, but I am doing good enough for right now, I'd like to say. And thankfully, I'm getting, you know, those little micro stuns on enemies pretty well, and that is working good enough for the time being. Just got to remember, honestly, it's been so long since I've used flashing fans that I feel like that is maybe the major thing. It's like I don't even remember how this weapon, like the moveset for this weapon and delay in between attacks is. That's the real issue that's coming up right now. Of course, you know, I'm very quickly getting used to it, but still, jeez. No, I was kind of hoping for like a cake or something. I'm gonna go for the full health if I can, because you know. Oh, there we go. Some criticals here. You know, it's probably pretty easy to actually get the bones hit right now if I was gonna go for the critical route, which I suppose I probably should. Oh, there we go too. I mean, a little bit late, I'll be honest, but better late than never, right? Okay, throw that into the backpack and then try not to get hit by Mr. Bones on his wild ride over here. Hit him with my own bone. The irony that a skeleton gets killed by bones. Is it? Is it really? No, it's not. I lied about that. Okay, well, now I can go back to taunting things again. Powerful, yet difficult to use, I think is the best way to describe this item. Still, though, I mean, bosses. Like I said, bosses, I think, are going to be the real test when it comes to doing this. But, you know, like faster enemies that dash to you. RPs use the same sort of moveset as the... RPs use the same sort of moveset as the demons, which are just, in general, also very annoying enemies to deal with. Minus the fireballs, I think. Okay. Get you taunted, and let's do this. Oh yeah, the faster movement here is noticeable. Okay, but at the same time, if I'm only fighting a single enemy, I do feel like I have a much easier time. I think there's only a single, just a feeling here, but I think there might only be a single affix that this item can get. Oh hey, give me that 2% extra damage reduction. Wow. That's gonna save me in the end. 2%. Can you believe it? An extra 2 whole %. Well, anyway. Saying like old brutality update, brutal update, Dead Cells where like, you know, getting a single high level damage reduction item can make all the difference. That was how you played the game back in the day. Trust me, it was a very good idea. Like, you get up to like 90%, well, I think like 80% damage reduction. Using like the ice bow and whatnot. Do I want the legendary version of this? It's just taunt all enemies in sight. Which I believe this is the 3rd time I've said that now. Because I keep forgetting, did I actually say that yet or not? Well, anyway. You know what? Combo's actually probably decent with the bone. I think this can work. Well, let's see. I don't know. as it is, though. I mean, yeah, the second tier bosses are going to be the really difficult ones when it comes to doing taunts. Unless I decide to go for, like, the giant or something. Which, maybe? I can make it work, I think. Overall, it is a... Oh, wow, that was really fast. Oh, wow, all those attacks were actually way faster than I thought they were. Yeah, the viewers, I guess, are actually, you know, kind of frightening. Because, like, yeah, usually they have quite the wind-up. You can just kind of run up to them and beat them up before they're able to do much of anything. Not if you taunt them, I guess. Good to remember, I suppose. Very nice. Okay, good. And that's why I got the lifesteal thing. Good to have it back on the team. Lifesteal, that is. Oh my god, I'm surprised that I did not get hit by any of the bones there. I really thought that was going to be happening. So we got 50%. This is like a lot of extra potential damage. If I kind of keep along with this. Get down here. Teleport down here. And fight me. Fight me, you coward. Okay, now back to bone. Also taunt. Oh, that was close. But I was really hoping the 150% damage was going to be working out there pretty good. You know, combo, though, too. Similar sort of thing. Going up against the giant with combo. It's like you do get a lot of hits on that guy. And well, time to taunt a werewolf. This is a great idea. Yeah, this is the best idea, if I do say so myself. Thankfully, they have to yell between every single attack. Otherwise, I would probably be in a pretty bad position right now. Yep. I don't know how long taunt lasts, if it even has a time limit, but, you know, at the same time, most enemies, aside from bosses, are going to be going down before that actually becomes relevant anyway. But we'll see kind of how that works. Nope. No, you don't. Oh, no, I can't actually jump up from here. That's a solid wall. Ah, weird generation. Not a problem, though. Not a problem. I can still deal with it just fine. Yeah, I know you don't get an extra curse chest going this route, but I think they account for that. Developers account for that anyway. So, really not too big of a deal. No, you don't. All right. Overall, though, still somewhat frightened with the situation that I found myself in. And also, I'm going to taunt them for fun. To amuse myself, and hopefully you. But that really depends on how you feel about it. Are you amused by the antics currently occurring on screen? Is there any way that I could possibly... I forgot there was a food shop in here. I'll be honest. Totally slipped my mind. But anyway. Death is, of course... Oh, nice. I mean, nice because, you know, I'm going to haul an entire turkey out of this thing, but, you know. Indeed. Well, I mean, you know, hey, get like a good level of magic missile. Could probably make that work. But, you know, it's like, hey, as we all know, I am somebody that does not care at all. As I am somebody that does not care at all about my malaise level, so I am totally okay with that. I am only too willing to put myself in an enormous amount of risk for mild gains. That's Dead Cells entirely. I mean, is it really that enormous amount of risk? I feel like I'm dealing with everything pretty well. Okay, do that too. Taunt you for good measure. Ah, press wrong button. Yeah, that was close. Taunting the extremely fast enemies perhaps seems like a bad idea. I mean, it seems like a bad idea because it is. It's like, if I didn't just choose to immediately roll past that Guardian Knight, they would have definitely smacked me right with the sword instantly, because that is a much faster hit than usual. Oh boy, oh boy. Worth it though. Is it? Maybe. It is a lot of extra. 75% is a lot of extra damage, and that's before, you know, I even start getting like hey, oh, hey. Get my combo up here. That's before I even start to, of course, get like that. Combos, you know, do combos. Affixes working for me. That's a good amount of extra health. Darn. Really do not like these dancers. They are being very annoying. And then I press the thing too quickly. The right stick. 75% damage reduction. Emits toxic cloud. I'll take it, I guess, for the two extra jumps. Usually pretty useful in here. Tend to get the extra jumps. I tend to get use out of. The 75% damage reduction and everything's kind of like just a, and you know, it's mildly extra. Yeah, I really thought I could maybe make that work because it's just like, yeah, I didn't really have time to duck. It does take like a frame to do that after all. Good. There you go. So yeah, no perfect. Whatever. Look, adrenaline has actually kind of been doing good as far as keeping me alive. So I'm not too disappointed in it right now. Adrenaline plus bone. I mean, after all, with enemies attacking this much faster and all that. Not your bone. My bone. This is a bone-focused playthrough, evidently, what with the skeletons and everything. Okay, just... Oh, that's a lot of enemies that I just taunted, I think. Good stuff. Putting myself, once again, at immense risk for moderate, if that, gain. I get taunted. Why aren't you getting taunted? Am I not facing the right direction? Do I need to actually be looking you in the eye when I taunt you? Is that how it works? Probably. In all likelihood, yes. Okay, so at about 8,000 monies, but... Alright then. Stairs, man. Don't know how it works. No, you don't. Good try, though. Not good enough. Moderately okay try, if I do say so myself. And I do, and I did. Also, you know, along with a phaser and light speed, this gets put right in between the... Stop trying to turn into elites. This gets put right in between the items that just are straight up the main character standing there and doing something. Which, you know, hey, whatever works, I suppose. Could actually use... You know, I'm betting, like, Taunt into... Taunt into phaser. Probably not a bad combo. Come on, stop that. Taunt and phaser, probably pretty decent combo. Especially if you got like the assassin's dagger and everything. There we go. I mean, look, I still have that, still can just go eat straight up a bunch of people's bones or whatever that I got from the Legion anyway, so it's fine. I'll be able to survive. And not just survive, but thrive, if I do say so myself. Why did I just... I already said that phrase. Why did I say it again? There's also corrupted power if I want to go... If I want to go double up on just, like, raw damage. Hey, 125 ain't too bad, but, like... Is it enough? Present flame blowing. I should really be saving my money probably for something that's going to... You know, like, for some sort of major upgrade rather than just, hey, I like this item. That's where the parry comes in, baby. I mean, I still got hit anyway, but that's also where the parry comes in, baby. See, that's how you do it when you do it correctly. Also, I didn't taunt him because he's taking a lot more damage there. He is able to weather a lot more damage. Okay. Look, if you get the parry right, it works out well. If you get the parry wrong, it works out badly. Simple as. All right. Now then. I'm going to taunt them also for fun. Because I haven't had enough punishment just yet. Please make it... This isn't hard enough. Please make this like 5 enemies just filling the screen with so much stuff that it's almost impossible to tell what's going on. Please make it harder. I'm mad about that. I'm going to taunt you. Mad enough to get taunted, that's what. Ah, don't fall into the... Yeah. Anger taunt. Don't taunt out of anger. Okay, just hit him once. Even once with the thing is gonna be good. Stop that. You also stop existing here. Thank you. Thank you. It's a very simple simple request. Just go away. Come on, get out of here. Oh, okay. Well, somehow the elite skeleton has been the most powerful enemy fought so far, but well, ain't that just how it is? Anyway, time to be more risky. You know what? Not risky enough. Need things to be riskier around here. That's the real secret. Fine, you know what? More hits that I can get in here. 10-hit combo, too. It's a good amount. Yeah. Also, what's down here for the chest? I don't think they... Like, they said they've really lowered the amount of the cursed chest they got in here, but it still makes me wonder if there might appear somewhere around hereabouts. Doesn't look like it, though. Okay, I think I am going to, in the next fight, take disengagement. Just feels like a good idea. I mean, I could also go over to the food shop, and although I'm not going to be able to buy the... I mean, I'm getting surprisingly close, but I still don't think I'm going to be able to buy the actual potion charge, so probably just going to go with, like, some malaise reduction. You know, treat myself to not having to deal with elite enemies spawning every 2 seconds. If that. But at least as of right now, going pretty okay, all right, if I do say so. And I don't, like, sometimes when you're doing these videos, you just kind of get on a phrase that you just keep saying over and over. At least that's what, like, with me. I don't really know if that's true for everybody else. Maybe other content creators are better than me. I've never thought of that. I've never considered that before. I'm pretty sure that I'm the best one. Okay. 82%. Yeah, shouldn't be a problem. I'm putting myself in a position where I'm about to get hit by bone. Oh, what did I even get hit by there? I don't even know. Get you out of here first. Dang, I really got hit. Well, I mean, okay. Well, unfortunately, that means that I did get lost quite a bit of health there, but I can also just go buy, you know, like, the heal item from the shop, too. It's like that is also entirely a possibility. Like, there's nothing that stops me from doing that. Nothing at all. Nothing can stop us now. It's me, Mikolash, host of the Nightmare. I might sound a little bit different than usual, but that's normal. Look, it's been 7 years since... and then it hit me in the back anyway. It's been, what, 7 years? 8 years since Bloodborne came out. People change, you know? That includes me, Mikolash, host of the Nightmare. Awoo. Alright. Okay. You know, some say Cosm, even though it's clearly Kos, and we have confirmed that at this point in time. But, you know, people like the name. Plus, there's all that branded merchandise with Cosm on it. And I'm really not doing a great job with, like, not losing a lot more health. Well, whatever. At the same time, too, I am also going to just go... let's just replace this right now. Go and get the foodstuffs that exist around here, and then get on with this run already. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's me. Give me this, and also this. If I'm not going to be able to afford that potion charge, I'm going to afford at least something. I don't know. I'll buy something. Alright, and then in the meantime, where'd you guys come from? Well, it doesn't matter. You're dead now. Okay, and, you know, actually, one of the things Taunt could probably do pretty easily, because I know using a skill while running up the wall, it's just like, you know, no. The brief pause there is enough to to cause you to just fall right off rather than continue running up. It has to be something that doesn't have like a time to use, which is most skills as they exist, but still. Critical hits, max health. One more. 8% damage on poisoned. Do I have any poison at all? Poison's enemies that wound you. I'll give it a try. You know what? Here, one more. One more. Okay, clearly bone, going all in on bone was not the right play. Disengagement, please. I feel like that is actually going to be extraordinarily relevant for this upcoming boss here. Don't have nearly as much experience after all with old bones over here, but I feel confident in my ability to take him out anyway. You know, except for of course the taunting. Let's see how that goes. Oh boy. All right. Hey, thanks for letting me change my outfits when coming down here too. It was like dropping me off at like a bathroom or something for just a couple minutes, and then grabbing me right with the chains again, of course. Taunt him. Are bosses untauntable? Oh no, they are definitely tauntable. Rally up health, rally up health. Oh, that explosion. Okay, you know what? I'm just not even gonna like risk it, at least to begin with. Yeah, okay. Just make sure that I roll when I see him doing. There we go. Okay, so you do run out of taunting eventually. If you're wondering about that, and I was. Stop doing that. You have more moves than this. I know this. No, you don't. I know how this battle works. Mostly. Taunt him. God, that explosion attack is really what's getting me more than anything else. If you don't mind. Taunt him again. For fun. Ow. Saw that coming. Okay, come on. Keep taunting him for good measure, though, too. Well, I want to say that that battle went super great, and I'm super glad about how good it went. Oh boy! Oh hey, did I really not have all of the death outfits yet? I mean, I suppose it's been, yeah, I've been fighting Dracula so much, but I didn't even really consider the fact that there might have been like another death outfit for me to get. Huh? How about that? Anyway. So yeah, we are living on the razor's edge on this one. I suppose it's probably a good thing that I didn't even bother buying the the stuff from before. Okay, fine. But hey, that's why they have corrupted healing after all. Man, I can't believe that I still had another death outfit. I just haven't been fighting that guy nearly as much. In fact, I think I still have one more even. Huh, how about that? Who could have imagined? Not me. You know, I'm gonna take disengagement. Just, I feel like that is something that's going to be useful, and also vengeance. We're going full on tank mode here, and I think that's gonna be the best way to do it. And you know what? As it is, since I'm not really gonna be bothering with like shops or whatever, let's just go for this. Go for gold. Start getting a whole bunch of taunted golems coming after me. Why not? Right? We're having a good time here. Boy, I can't even imagine what the queen's gonna be like this. Bad, I assume. All right. Well, here, let's get the full health back. And then I should really go get an upgrade for something for the main hand here. It's not a. Bro, do you mind? There, small area. Can't do anything there now, can ya? Yeah. Yeah. I'll taunt him anyway, though, just for fun. It's just like, yeah, don't you think that you're putting yourself at a lot of risk by doing taunts over and over? Yes. Anyway. Oh, yeah, faster version of these guys. Not a huge fan. Some of them are more threatening than others. Oh, yeah, also faster version of you means that you're more likely to just fall off edges and surprise me like that, which is a lot of fun, too. A lot of fun at the same time as everything else. That 100% damage taking cat seems like a bad idea, which is why I'm not going to do it. You understand. All right. Oh, nothing even over here. But it's okay, because I was sort of thinking that it's like usually, I feel like the way that the generation has gone for, yeah, the way the generation has gone for chests in my experience lately, that they have made it so that it actually is important stuff now. There we go. Yeah, waste of time trying. Oh, well, you know, I was just talking about getting an upgrade for stuff. Also, oh, I don't like this area that I found myself in. Maybe not taunt enemies when they also have shields on them. Seems like a not bad idea. Okay. All right, you know what? I don't want to take 2 times damage while I am trying to like I said, fight shielded enemies. Oh, greed shield? All right. I don't like that, actually. What's giving people shields around here? Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm about to switch this out for a different shield anyway, because I want that greed shield. Legendary greed shield, of course. Extra damage based on how much gold you have, which is neato. And definitely something that, hey, please. Dancers are very annoying enemies. Right, that's what was giving shields around here. I thought there was a protector or something. It was just kind of hard to tell with the amount of things that were going on. All right, then. Yep, damage enemies based on how much gold. No, I want more damage. More damage, the better. Deal that many bonus damage. 1% your current gold, so, you know, it's like not really too much right now, but at the same time, 1%. I mean, I could also go get, like, Midas blood and something, too, to really make that work. And besides, you know, there's also, of course, taunting. That makes it that much easier to get parries, right? I hate... These enemies are the worst when they come to parrying. So I'm going to taunt them until they die. That's not how that works. Taunting does not deal any damage. Like, period. Okay, hey, you look like more potion fuel. If you don't mind. Okay. And then what do you got? Still not enough for another potion, eh? How many do I need? 7? Wow, that's a lot. That's too much. All right, y'all, you want to come over here? Try to step to this. Sounds good to me. You too. Oh, man, taunting an unseen enemy was maybe not the best idea. But I feel like I did it just fine. And now we back to, I should just keep this thing on permanently at this rate, right? But it is also, like, more powerful than the current bone and everything, so, like, there's a case to be made. Oh, yeah, this is... Oh, yeah, and also you're turning into an elite. Not if on my watch. Unfortunately, yes, on my watch. It was exactly on my watch that this occurred. I'm not a very good watchman, clearly. Okay. What are you doing down there? Stop fighting that. Fight me. I'm the one that you actually want to fight. Hey. Well, hey, at least with that does give me my criticals at least a little bit. The problem is that what I'm going to want to do is end up... Okay, well, whatever. Oh my, I can't believe that actually worked. Okay, and then take you down. Still, I mean, 7, I suppose. I still need to get 7, 7 elites killed to get a potion charge back. It's so much. You know, at high levels, it's like 4. But, you know, at the same time, it's like I suppose I'm not really at high levels now, am I? Got 16 in my main stat, which is decent, but not, like, amazing. Man, at this point in time, I might just go get what doesn't kill me or something, too, for a little bit of extra, buffs. Okay, make sure that I get everything taunted right now, and then obviously I'm going to be fighting all of these, especially if you're just going to be giving me, especially if you're a character that already does a lot of projectile stuff anyway. Stop that. Stop that right now. Give me the money. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. But, yeah, it's working. It's working. This is like a run that... I don't know if I would say that this is really based around using Taunt specifically, but it is like... I don't know. I feel like it is going well enough regardless. All right, then. And here's where problems come in. And I have no potion charges either. I should remember that. Ah! There we go. Just keep tapping the button, really. No regard for how fast or slow anything works, right? Oi. I might not want to taunt the golems. I feel like having 2 times speed punches is maybe going to end with me not having a good time. Or having a great time. Ow. Really. Or me having the best time. The best of times and the worst of times. I really got to make sure that it's like I do remember the whole gimmick of this stupid weapon after all. All right. Now here, teleport down here so that I can kill you easily. Hi, it's me. Okay, anyway. Hello, it's me. There are also curse chests around here, which I'm not going to be taking. I do not think I can make that work right now. Just a feeling. Just want to say, you know, I think that's just going to be how it is. All right. No? Yes. There you go. Oh, yeah. Just like small area to deal with you because, man. Yeah, and then as expected, I really just can't. I'm taking too much damage, and Taunt, I feel like, is not really the run to be taken. Like, that's why... Yeah, see, when you're not, like, double speed, I kind of know how to deal with it. When you are double speed, well, you saw. You saw what happened. Stop that. Stop that. Just keep getting the parries here. If I just keep getting the parries... Wow, parries are starting to do some damage, baby. 7,000. But, I mean, you know, hey, build up more gold, right? Okay. Taunt. See, I taunted them there because I knew I could kill them before I could actually do anything. Taunt. I taunted them there because I'm stupid. Because I thought it would be funny, and it was. Well, money actually, like, is super worthwhile now. Still don't have enough. Still, to this day, completely and totally lacking in... Hi. Completely and totally lacking in the You're supposed to die. No, Mr. Enemy, I expect you to die. That's for all my octogenarian viewership once again. Okay, there you go. Hey. Just keep smacking everything with the fans, really. It's been working pretty well. For varying definitions of pretty well. For a certain definition of pretty well. Hey, I would like a new Sade Stiletto. Sade Stiletto, of course. Just like a pretty decent overall weapon, I think, to grab. But that's obviously going to lower the amount of, anything else here? Vampire Killer's not too bad either. It's a pretty powerful one, too. I'll see if there's like a more powerful type of... Cursed Sword does not feel like the right one to take. More powerful type of... Oh, Morning Star! Morning Star. Morning Star. I'm doing it. Doing it. I need my comedy weapon, my comedy tickle weapon. Oh yeah, baby, that's perfect. That's perfect comedy tickle weapon. Ah, please. There we go. +1 health blast. Finally. That took so long. Okay. Just keep tickling them until I get full health, I guess. I mean, after all, the whole, like, reflection of items is pretty good. If you didn't watch the original weapon for the Morning Star, you get this by typing in the Konami code. And it is... I genuinely love this weapon. I love this stupid weapon. It's great. It just tickle enemies to death. I mean, yeah, you can, like, spin it around and stuff like that, but it's much better just to kind of, like, press one direction and, you know, do it like that. All right. There you go, baby. That's the nice, fast stuff. Nice, fast hit. I'll be able to get... Of course, like, there's, like, a very easy, of course, type of synergy with this weapon in the form of ye old the open wounds and everything like that. It's a good item that, you know, I feel like is gonna buff me out when it comes to not dying in a run like this. Maybe I will go. You know, I'm thinking about it right now. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling Giant. It's been a little while since we've seen old Giant, and also that can be just like a quick jump to. Quick jump to the Hand of the King if I want to go do that, but, like, I don't know. As it is, though. Yeah, I think that's about everything I'm going to be doing here. Although, I should probably go and, like, go over to, like, the chests and everything, sell those, just because I do actually get some benefit from doing that at this point in time now, don't I? Sort of does make a difference, Taunt. I feel like Taunt is something that you just don't want to use all the time. Just, you know, like, specific points instead of on every single enemy possible. Yeah? Eh? I'm not going to complain. I am going to take out my comedy weapon, though. Okay. Yeah, I do want more money. More money, the better. Stop that. Well, at least that's more money, I suppose. Oh, what's that? You just spawned in here? More money for me. I mean, technically, I think I could just, yeah, maybe. Technically, I think I could just wait for enemies to kind of, like, just keep continuously spawning and then get infinite money that way. I don't know if that's necessarily, like, a good idea, but, like, I could. If you want to spend an outrageously huge amount of time in Dead Cells, a game that already takes like 2.5 hours per run. Well, okay, it takes like 2 hours per run, but still. Please be my guest. I hate you and everything you stand for. I was looking to see if my recording was still like, I wanted to see like, hey, is the volume levels good? Is it too low? And then it's just like, of course I get hit here. Because I thought there was nothing here. Otherwise, I know how to react when I see those things. I've proven that already in this very area. Into the cavern. Like I said, open wounds. Obvious take with this one. Definitely a 100% worthwhile. Oh, yeah, also, real quick. There we go. The edgy death outfit. Only the best. And then... Yeah, well, I mean, What to do? I think I should just, yeah, open wounds, but then, like, we'll just keep going Tainted Flask. Because I got the feeling that I'm just going to end up using... No, absolutely not. I got the feeling that I am going to just end up using... Especially this late in the game, going into the bank would be just... I mean, you saw how a taunted golem worked, and then I made sure never to taunt a golem again. The gold gorgers would just punch all of the blood out of my body. Which I might not need. I mean, I'm like a zombie or something, but still, wouldn't be a pleasant experience. Anyway. All right. Hey, Blasphemous 2 coming out in like 2 days, I think. I'm gonna have to go check that out. Anyway. Probably not starring the Penitent one, if I was going to say. Given the ending of that video game. Bro. Oh my god. Well, I'm already using this here. That's fun. Is everybody just gonna, you know what, here, I said that thing about like, hey, I'm pretty sure I'm probably gonna end up using this sooner than later. Well, there we are. Yep. Hey, this is also a good enemy to try and taunt, right? Just keep tickling him. God! Oh man! Oh man! Oh man! Okay, just real quick. Oh my god! Oof! My body. All my blood was punched out instantly, just like that. Okay, I gotta like take out these enemies one at a time, and I do not think that I'm going to be able to, yeah, do a whole lot of taunting at this point. Especially while I'm still, you know, like trying to focus on. Oh yeah, you gotta be on a small platform for that, right? You too. Okay. Yeah, tickling isn't like as effective as you want it to be, but it still does get you the health, you know? There you go. Just gotta keep going. Because there is like a small cooldown time in between. Here we go. There's like a small cooldown time in between actually having stuff like lifesteal and the open wounds work, and that is very noticeable with a weapon like this. Extremely noticeable, in fact. Phaser. Phaser, also probably not a bad idea here. Flamethrower turret, probably not going to be as useful. Turrets do very well against very well against the giant, of course, but you know. Thankfully, this weapon counters them pretty hard, too. Oh, great. Well, actually dealt with pretty well. Yeah, I'm just like, I better not spend any more time. Stop that. Stop doing that. And cut that out, too. Everybody, give me a little bit of space here to work. You too. Oh man, a lot of weapons that I haven't really used a whole ton in recent runs here. Suddenly making themselves known for this one. No, you don't. It's kind of fun actually, using some of the lesser used stuff. It's just if only I could actually. That was a bad idea. Thankfully, it didn't apparently see me, so. Now I'm going to taunt it again to make sure it does see me, because this is the life I lead, baby. Oh, yeah. This enemy, which already, you know, attacks so quickly. Well, thankfully, it's already spending so much time trying to use the electrical, the electric, dealio that, like, it wasn't even that much of a threat, to be honest. All right. Anyway, again, like, let's taunt this enemy, which is already quite dangerous on its own. Here. For more money, really. All right. Now face this way so that I can just punch you to death with my sword. Ah! 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 Hey. Oh god, it's like it starts up the next attack before the first one's even finished. I really have to, I feel like I'm getting dancers so much more right now. Stop that. This is not the time. God, they're so annoying, the dancers. So I'm going to taunt them, of course, and then go right into just having a lot of fun. I just, like, just using taunt at all the most inappropriate of times, as you know. So, yeah, where y'all at up here? Because I know I'm about to be attacked by many, many enemies. Menemies, if you will. And, well, here, again, hard counter. Just do stuff like that. Anyway, okay. Yes, here's where maybe the, oh, well, yeah. Not actually in a place where you can attack me then. Hey, Luigi. Oh, yeah, you also stop tickling things when you are, when you hit their back. Sort of an important thing to remember when using this stupid weapon. I'd recommend it, though. I like the Morning Star. I think it's a fun weapon. I'm gonna go fight some more elites, though, at this rate. But then again, I have a good shield. Good shield does generally work out pretty well for... Hi. Generally does work out pretty well for a golem fight, after all. Giant fight. Whatever this guy's called. The big skeleton. The big skeleton man. You know the one. Give me them teeth. Give me your gold teeth. Steely Dan would be proud. There you go. Alright, then. Not going for a parry on those guys, let me tell you. I don't even know if you can. I don't think you can, because stomp on the ground is usually not a parryable attack unless you're great. They're immune, of course, slammers, as we all know, are immune to stunning, and that includes when they are turning into elites. And also, you know, having an entourage like this is not making anything, not making it any easier as well. To it's so fast. Oh, taunt again. Oh my god. Get out of here, you. This is not the time. Ah! So much health. Anyway, okay. Okay, I managed to get out of there okay, though. And then I'm going to steal your money from you anyway. Alright, yeah, being at max malaise. That's the max malaise experience. Just enemies spawning non-stop. Non-stop. Okay. Oh, flashing fans. Actually, pretty decent flashing fans there. But I'm not going to take that for right now. I kind of have... I got like a build going. Say to Stiletto, as always, a pretty worthwhile take at all points in time. Very effective, very powerful sort of weapon. Taunting enemies while they're turning into elites is a strategy that I have employed. Is it a good strategy? I don't know. You know, I said that as if it was, but that's not true. I can't say that's true with any sort of certainty. Oh boy, oh boy. You know, everybody get over here, and I'm going to taunt you. Oh, I'm stuck in this little tiny area right there doing the thing. E. What even is that? What's the deal with that? Okay, come on now. Oh god, oh god, oh god, what a mistake. What a mistake! Taunting a slammer in that tiny of a room. I'm just like, hey, it's been going well so far. What could hurt? Well, hey, that just a little bit of tickle time, then. Which is fine, which is fine. And calm down. Get out of here. Oh, great, and it's also turning into an elite, too. I'm going to leave right now, if you don't mind, please. Oh, boy. That was close. That was really close. Anyway, what's over here? Well, enemies are going to be spawning in, and then I can use that to start to get my health back up a little bit. Good stuff, good stuff, good strategies. Only the best. Go get in like a small area here while, like I said, stuff starts spawning in. And then there you go. You too. Just a little bit. Just for a little bit. Just, you know, take a nice calm break from the hustle and bustle of the modern day life and all that sort of stuff. Try to... Let me go over here. I don't know. This is enough for the elite to teleport back to me. It was not, so, you know, good stuff. Right. No, you don't. Using all of the strategies that I love to employ to really just cheese out everything here. There's quite a few. Nah. Right, hit all of those bullets away and everything too. Already at 30%. Looking good, looking good. Looking real good, if I do say so. I said it again. I said that phrase again. It's weird why I keep doing that, and I have no explanation. I mean, I knew this is kind of how the taunt run was going to go. And it's like, it's only partially because of, you know, taunts in the first place. Get out of here, you. They don't know how to dodge tickling. Great. Another one already turning into an elite. Might not know I'm here just yet. In fact, does not seem to. There you go. So, going to go use that one to my advantage, at least for right now. Enemies are going to keep continuously spawning in because of the amount of melees that I have. But, it's not too bad so far. Good. All right. Same basic thing. Almost at 60% health. Looking good. Looking good. It's just unfortunate that everything turns into an elite pretty much as soon as it spawns at this point in time, right? There you go. All right, you know what? I think 60% health is good enough, at least for the time being. Let's go finish up this sort of nonsense. Where are you at? You didn't just leave, did you? I know some elites do that. They'll just like kind of, you know, book it on out of here for seemingly no reason. Stop that. You too. Okay, let's go get the ground shaker in like a little bit decent area here. I don't know if that could have possibly hit me there, but I'm also not going to find out. There you go. All right. Well, I think that the elite that was there was just kind of like left because that, like I said, that can happen. All right. Ah, that's a minimal amount of damage from like that sort of thing. It's not like the. Yeah, it's not like the. Oh my God. There you go. Oi! No potion charge just yet, eh? Hey, you're really making this not easy on me, literally. And of course, trying to go for a parry on that enemy was maybe not the best idea in general, but you know. Bro. Thanks for the no tickling. You know, at the same time, though, too, I'll probably try out another higher level type of taunt run coming up here, but I think it's needless to say that this is mostly just a regular run, and then I can kind of turn it into hard mode occasionally if I so feel like it.